I'm Mary Lopez, inmate number 48752. I'm sitting in a Florida state prison doing life without parole for killing my husband and his whore, Lisa. Yeah, I said it, his whore. The newspapers called me a freaking monster. They wrote things like, middle-aged woman snaps in a coffee shop and jealous wife guns down her husband and his mistress. They loved to make it sound like I just woke up one morning, lost my mind, and went on a killing spree. But that moment, that wasn't some random explosion. That was years, decades of hurt, betrayal, and humiliation boiling over. I was 50 years old. I had 30 years in with Mario Lopez. I treated Mario like a freaking king. And in all those years, I didn't just sit around letting time take me. No, I fought for him. I fought for us. Mario refused to have sex with me because I got fat and started looking old. At 47, I went under the knife for a BBL. You know what it's like going through that at my age? It's not like when you're 25. It's pain. It's weeks of bruising so bad you can't even sit. But I did it for him. So my ass would be rounder, higher, tighter. Then I got my breasts done. Big, perky, fake boobs, exactly how he liked them. The kind you see in magazines and music videos, not on women my age. I starved myself, dropped 30 pounds, spent hours in the gym every single day. I said no to cake, to cocktails, to everything that made me happy, just so I could look like his fantasy. I dressed like a damn stripper sometimes. Short skirts, plunging necklines, lingerie so see-through it might as well have been made of air. I also kept my fingernails extra long and dark red to give me a more erratic look. Why? Because Mario, that bastard, stopped wanting me sexually, stopped touching me, stopped even looking at me. I thought maybe if I just made myself irresistible again, maybe he'd want me like before. Maybe he'd want to sleep with me again. But no. Instead, he went looking for someone else. And not just anyone. He picked her, Lisa Valentino, 28 years old, Cuban like me, but younger, curvier, prettier. At least that's what he thought. She had long, straight black hair, big, pretty, round eyes, a body that hadn't had to fight gravity yet. When the private investigator I hired showed me the recordings of Mario and Lisa at the coffee shop, I swear I felt my stomach drop. Lisa, that freaking whore, was everything I used to be. Beautiful, youthful, and sexually appealing. I hated and envied her. Hated her for being young. Hated her for having what I had worked so damn hard to keep. And hated her most because she didn't even earn it. She didn't starve herself for him. She didn't bleed for him. She didn't pour 30 years into building a life with him. She just opened her legs and smiled, and suddenly she had my man. I called her every name in my head. Whore, bitch, slut. And Mario, that bastard, that coward, had the nerve to tell me to my face, I don't love you anymore. I don't find you attractive. I'm filing for the divorce. Do you know what it's like to hear that from a man you've destroyed your body to please? From the man you gave the best years of your life to? That day, something inside me cracked. And then came that morning. I was running errands and I decided to stop for coffee. Nothing special, just a random place Mario and I used to go sometimes. I walked in and there they were. Mario and Lisa sitting in the corner. Her in a tight blouse, leaning in close, smiling at him like he was the only man in the world. And then they kissed. My husband, kissing that young bitch in the same coffee shop we would often went to. I froze for a second. Then my blood started boiling so hot I could feel it in my ears. I remember her eyes landing on me. She had the nerve to look surprised. "Mary," she said, all fake sweet, like she didn't even know who I was. That was it. That was the moment. I reached into my purse, pulled out the gun like caddied for protection. First shot, right into her chest. Coffee flew, people screamed, her eyes went wide like she couldn't believe it. Mario jumped up. "Maddie, no!" he yelled. Second shot, right into his head. He dropped, just like that. The place erupted into chaos. People were screaming, diving for cover, but all I could hear was my own breathing. It was over in seconds. The cops came fast. I didn't run. I didn't fight. I just stood there staring at their bodies. And I thought, they can't hurt me anymore. The trial was a blur. The jury didn't care about my story. They didn't care about the 30 years I gave, about the surgeries, the starving, the tears. They saw 2 bodies and a gun. And they saw me, guilty, life without parole. And now, here I am. At first, I told myself it was justice, that they got what they deserved. But in the dark, when I'm lying in this cell, I know the truth. I threw my life away. For them. For a man who didn't love me and a bitch who never cared about me. I gave them the power to make me a murderer. And if I could go back, God help me, I'd walk out of that coffee shop. I'd keep my head high. I'd let them rot in their own lies. But I can't go back. And now, I'm just another woman in prison telling her story, hoping someone out there listens.